Hi everyone, Paul here with Newegg TV. Today we're going to be reviewing a 47-inch LED LCD TV from LG. Now if you're in the HDTV market lately, you'll notice there's a lot of new technology out there, such as 3D capability, as well as wireless and networking features. I'm going to give you some tips on those, as well as doing a full review of this model right down here, the 47LE5400 made by LG. This is an LED LCD TV. And the first step for anyone who's just made an HDTV purchase is going to be getting it out of the box. So let's start with that. Now, if you do purchase a TV this size, I recommend not doing what I'm about to do. Get someone to help you out. So here's our stand. Fortunately, the installation is pretty simple. We have this metal bracket here, which sets on like that. There's only one way for it to fit. 4 screws bolt that on, and then 4 more screws will bolt that to the back of the TV. Stand's all mounted and secure. Again, if you buy a TV this size, you should always use 2 people rather than just one. That is a big TV. For comparison, our ASUS monitor over here for our test bed is a 26-inch, and this LG is a 47-inch, so you can see how big that is. So apart from screen size and display technology, you're definitely going to want to double check the connection types that are available on your next HDTV purchase. For the LE5400, we have a wide variety available, and the best connection type right now is HDMI. So we have 3 available HDMI inputs, 3 here on the back as well as 1 on the side. We also have a LAN input for internet connection, and we'll get back to that in a little bit. We have an RGB input, that's for a computer if you're using an older D-sub connector. We also have 3 component inputs, 2 here on the back and again 1 on the side. 2 composite inputs, again 1 on the back, 1 on the side. And then we also have a couple USB inputs as well as some high definition audio input here for optical. And one thing I really like is if you're going to wall mount this particular model, they provide you with little adapter dongles such as this one. Now the adapter dongle just plugs right into the side like so, which means that they really saved a little bit of wall space there if you're going to be wall mounting this unit. The LE5400 is an LED backlit LCD TV, and that's one of a few different flat screen technologies that's out there right now. Let's quickly go over the list. First off on the list is plasma TVs, and plasma TVs on the plus side have really good contrast ratio. That means they reproduce darker colors very well, and they perform well in a darker viewing environment where you can really appreciate the cinematic quality you get from the better contrast ratio. On the negative side, they have not as good power consumption, and they can sometimes consume 2 to 3 times the amount of power that you would from an LCD of the same size. Next on the list is LCD TVs, and the standard for LCD TVs right now is to have a CCFL backlight. Now the backlight on standard LCDs means that the brightness is a lot better. However, that does kind of kill the contrast ratio. Also on the plus side, they generally cost a little bit less, and they are much better on power consumption, especially compared to plasmas. The next step up from an LCD is an LED-backlit LCD. That uses an LED to backlight the LCD screen rather than the CCFL lighting. This improves the contrast ratio, and they also get a little bit better power consumption than LCDs, and definitely a lot better than plasmas. LCD TVs in general are better for a viewing situation where you have much brighter ambient light. Now speaking of power consumption, newer LED LCD TVs such as the LE5400 here do make some improvements compared to CCFL backlit TVs, and you'll notice this especially if you get an Energy Star compliant model just like this one. When the device is off, it still draws some power, but it's rated to draw less than 1 watt, and we have it plugged into our kilowatt here. It's in standby mode, and we can see that the reading is 0.0. Then we turn the TV on. we'll notice that it will jump up to right around 115 to 120 watts. By comparison, we can turn this into store display mode, which turns off the power saving features, and at that point it jumps up to about 150 to 155 watts of energy used. So now we're going to get into the networking capabilities of this TV, and it's actually really simple. All we did is plug in the Ethernet cable to the back. It pulled up an internet setup menu where we just did automatic settings. If you have a standard broadband connection, it will be pretty much automatic. From there, we headed over to the Netflix queue. We can set this device up and attach it to our Netflix account. Then you can take your Instant Watch queue to pull up any movies that you have placed on there. They'll all show on the TV here. It's a really simple menu to access them. And then you can play and watch movies right from the comfort of your own home. One final note for those of you who are interested in the new trend of 3D gaming and 3D movies. You'll find the term 120 Hertz thrown out a lot, and that can refer to the refresh rate of the display, but it can also refer to the input signal that's going into your TV. Now, in order to be 3D capable, you need a TV that will accept a 120 Hertz input signal. Now, the LE5400 is not 3D capable, and it will not accept that signal. But if you're interested in a full list of 3D capable displays right now, you can follow the link at the bottom of the screen, and LG does have quite a few offerings in that category. I had a great time with the LE5400. It's a bright, crisp, and clear display with a ton of features, and the networking capability is just a little bit of icing on the cake. This has been our review of the LG LE5400. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and we'll see you next time on Newegg TV.